Welcome to this video, guys. In this video we're going to learn about the login flow. Okay, so when user send a request, okay, it will go to the server and server will translate to routes and it will come to the controller. In the controller we are checking the input validation. If input data is valid, then it will pass to the service, otherwise it will throw an error here, return the error here. When it is go to the service, then service will do the comparing the password. That means the plain password which is here and the password which is existed in the database using the bicrypt package, we again compare this one. If the password is matched, okay, then that it means S. So we will generate a JWT token and we will return the token along with the user data. If that is not, I mean, password comparison is failed, then when given return, that is error, that is 401, it is unauthorized. Okay, this is the theory part. Okay, let's go in the practical way, how we can implement. To check this one, and practically I am running my server in debug mode. You can check here, you have a JavaScript debug terminal. Okay, so when you are in JavaScript debug terminal, run the server. Okay, so I have connected to my server and database also connected successfully. Now before that I have kept some breakpoints in controller services and each and every file where we can go. Okay, let's see. Okay, there is one of my user. Okay, this is already there in the database, so I'm trying to log in for this one. Okay, my API now is API auth login. Okay, I'm sending a request. You can now see it is coming here in the controller. Okay, it actually come to the server and routes and then controller. Okay, these are only single lines in API and server, so that's why I didn't put any debugger there. Okay, anyway, we came in the controller. Okay, now first it will pick the email and password from the request body. Okay, using the destructuring syntax. Okay, now you can see email and password came here. First it is validating the input that they are exist or not. If it is not existed, when we can throw that email and password are required. Okay, that is 400 input data invalid. Okay, now after that we are going to the server. We have a function called login user. Okay, it will go in this function. Okay, if let's see, if when you go to the login.user function, first we are making call to the database and we are checking is there a record existed with this email. If the record is not existed, means then we will throw this one, user not existed. Okay, and if the record is existed, the currently my record is existed. Okay, if you see the user data I got, okay, it is not null. Okay, so now user is existed, then what we will do, we will compare. We'll compare what? We'll compare password, the plain password which is given by the user and the password which is there in the database. How it will going to compare? Let's see. Let me click on this one. Now we see we are in model. Okay, as we have a hooks, at the same way we have another function called compare the password. What it will do, it will take the plain password as an input, and using the bicrypt compare function, it will take the plain password and this password, which means the password which is hashed and kept in a database. These two values will be compared using the bicrypt compare function. If the comparison passes, then we will get it true. So if you see is match is true in my case. Okay, if it is not, then we will get a false. Then we will go into this if, then it will give in where email or password 401, which is unauthorized. Okay, okay, is matched. Now okay, now coming to the sign in token. So once it is matched, we have to generate a token. So this token is nothing but authentication for other APIs. Okay, so it will protect. Okay, how we will create the token? Let's see this method, explore this method, sign in token. Okay, in utilities folder I have one file called j.js, which is indicating JSON web token. Actually the JSON web token package give the sign function. Okay, which will take three parameters. First one is the payload, which is the user data here, and there is a secret. See, this secret is always keep in a safe folder, I can say. Currently we are keeping in config. Okay, but in real time in the production, what we will do, we will keep all the secrets in the vault. Otherwise some, if you use AWS, you can keep in KMS, key management system service. Somewhere you have to keep very safely. It should not be hard coded strings. Okay, anyway, we are doing the sample project, that's why I kept in config and I have given string values, but it is not a good practice. Okay, okay, now come to here. Now the payload is token here. See, expires in, so I have given a 7 days. But if you work with financial applications, very critical applications, then you have to decrease this value to 1 hour or less than 1 hour. You can say 15 minutes, 30 minutes also you can keep. Okay, for entertainment applications, applications like testing, small scale, you can keep 7 days, no problem at all. Now after clearing this one, now see, we again can come to the controller, and now we have a data. Okay, we have a token and user data as well. So we are giving this one get 200. So we have a format, success message data is our format. So in this format we are returning the response. See, came and I return it. Okay, see, success is true, message is login successful, and token. Okay, user data we just giving the ID. Okay, this is how we login flow works. Thank you for watching.